Hey, what's up, people? Michael here. If you want to partner your YouTube channel up, check out the link in the description.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Let's talk about Klay Thompson, one of the best wings in the NBA, might be the most complete shooting guard in the league. Most complete? What do you think?
I would have to say most complete. And, what I really like about his game, especially playing next to Steph Curry, when you play with a guy that has a little bit more, you tend to steal a little bit what they're doing. So, his ball handling is definitely getting better. He can help with the playmaking duties. But what I love about this guy, he can score in a variety of ways.
His defense could be stifling at times, too. I mean,
he's a great two-way player.
He's a two-way player. But I don't know if I would give him the best two-guard yet in the NBA. But he's in the rearview mirror of anybody who considered that. And James Harden probably would be the guy.
Stop it. He's better than James. Cut it out.
I tell you, James Harden carries teams, and Klay Thompson is on a team to help
won
carry.
a championship?
That's help carried. That's all.
That is all. That's a good point. Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. So Cleveland will get the first possession. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. Oh, wide open look for Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Love's got his first 3 points of the game. And watching Kevin Love, he can do everything on the offensive end, Clark. He's been that way really his entire career, going back to high school.
Yeah, his game is low to the ground, too. No explosive moves or dunks. He takes you on and beats you with skill. Good footwork, smooth shot, sharp passer, and an excellent IQ.
A heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. And talking about Love, last season was a tricky one for him. So much of his post offense was taken away by the Cavs scheme. So he just made up for it by averaging the second most threes of his career.
For Kevin Love, last season was the first time as a pro that he's been asked to defer on offense. Not just to LeBron, but to Kyrie as well. You can bet he and Chris Bosh now have a lot to talk about.
Now, here is Irving. LeBron James on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Irving. Puts it up from 15. No luck. Good D by Thompson.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked the one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crossover.
Irving kicks to Love. Mozgov up top. Another shot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Mozgov hits them both.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
Now here's Curry. Banked in off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's LeBron. It's a pick by Love. Pass to Shumpert. Love with the screen on Barnes. The kick out to LeBron. Oh, yes, the turnaround. James has got his first points of the game.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
There's the dish to Bogut. James against Barnes. Here's Bogut. And the Warriors get it back. LeBron with some nice D.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Curry against Irving. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Carried from 15 feet out.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
On the wing, Irving. LeBron passes to Shumpert. Picked by Mozgov. A drive by Shumpert. He got right to the cup using that screen.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone. And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate.
And you know, it's just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for Shumpert. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's James, following the miss by Draymond Green. And the dunk by James.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Here's Iguodala, following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Barbosa. Shot from the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
LeBron's shot is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here is Livingston. Green, the screen. Livingston dishes to Barbosa. Kicks it to Spates. From 13, got a hand on it. Smith with a wide open look. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Jefferson in at the three slot. Now here's Jefferson. He feeds it to Irving. Misses off the left iron.
And guys, as remarkable as Steph Curry's offensive game is, I think what's underrated is how he competes on the defensive end of the floor. I mean, not the strongest nor most explosive player, but he continues with activity and plays with tremendous effort.
And speaking of Curry's activity defensively, he's certainly got a nose for the ball.
Yeah, he does a nice job at his size rebounding as a guard, and he keeps his hands active in the passing lanes, and he's usually near the tops in the league in steals.
Andrew Bogut checked in for the Warriors. And Cleveland also making a change. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
They set the pick. No near Barnes. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup. Seeley's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in, Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Now here's Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Here's Mozgov. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And the game of basketball is one of runs, and right now this one's definitely not over.
No, it certainly isn't. I mean, if they string together a few more baskets and get a couple of stops, I mean, this game will be tight again just like that. So stay tuned.
feeds it to Curry. No one near him. Again, Golden State.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Picked by Mozgov. Dishes to Irving. Good D by Thompson. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Bogut kicks to Thompson. Mozgov against Bogut. He dishes it to Curry. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good point. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
Checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for Ezeli. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. LeBron comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Jefferson. And it's Williams in for Irving. Here's Dellavedova. Picked by Varejau. Williams kicks to Dellavedova from past the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Livingston passes to Barnes. That 3 off the mark.
You know, it was a bit of a roller coaster year for Mo Williams. I mean, he had that 50-point breakout game, but then later traded away to the Hornets.
Barbosa kicks to Livingston. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. And of course, Mo Williams, Clark, shipped to the Hornets for their playoff push and helped out there.
I thought overall, Kevin, Mo had a really strong year given his age. Probably his most productive season since his early 20s.
And that one's good. Shumpert. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Spates sets a screen. Barnes against Shumpert. The kick out to Spates. There's Green with the 3. And Shumpert pulls it down. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here is Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And there's the feed to James. Shoots a fader. Can't get it to go.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And so that's the end of the first half. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, what has the problem been defensively?
We're a step late, I think. And, they made tough shots. We can't take away from that. But for the most part, we have to find a way to guard that line if they're knocking down shots to keep them out the game.
Steph, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports halftime show. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Their defense is getting flat out embarrassed, however you say it, Ernie. I realized they had to deal with a team who was red hot most of the first half, but that's an excuse. You know what? They got to be aggressive. They got to step up on that D. They got to prevent that. They need more effort, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Warriors trail by 6. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Mozgov with the bucket. And so it's Golden State with it. Outside Curry. Down low, Barnes dishes to Green. Again, Golden State.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Love with the screen on Curry. Irving passes to Love. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Love's got 8 points.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And guys, everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Here's Curry. 8 points for him.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
And that one's good.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Warriors trail by 8. Outside, Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Cleveland's gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Here's Curry after the basket by Timothy Mozgov. Bogut sends a screen for Curry to the inside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Shumpert. Free throw no good for Bogut. You know, and Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Here's Green, following the basket by Kyrie Irving.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Thompson against LeBron. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Smith's shot is good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Irving against Curry. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
That one is off. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now, around 27, 7, and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also that basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
And here's Smith after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Outside Irving. At 6. Fires from the line. Off the iron that time. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Now here's Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Here's Thompson. Spates kicks to Thompson. In the corner, Iguodala with it. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 7 points for Andre Iguodala. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. LeBron outside. The kick out to Irving. From the corner, again the Cavaliers score.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Here is Livingston. Spates sets a screen. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another three for Golden State.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Cavaliers lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Cleveland leading by 3. So on the floor for Cleveland. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Dellavedova in at the 1. And it's sent back by Bogut. Barbosa. Curry dishes to Barbosa. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Cleveland's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. Love, no luck.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Shumpert passes to Mozgov. Here's Love. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And that's now 10 points for Love.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, mid-range J is almost a gimme.
And Curry, here we go, gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
It's stolen by Bogut. Barnes against LeBron. Barnes kicks to Barbosa. Screen by Bogut. Barbosa against Shumpert. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years. Ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
The first free throw is good.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Azili. And Barbosa drops them both.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Warriors trail by 3. And Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Mozgov, a screen on Barnes. James dishes to Mozgov. And Lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Andrew Bogut.
Check out the game from Moscow. 10 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well also. Just battling hard on every possession.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
Free throw missing. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. And Cleveland with a change here too. Irving's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
His one miss there could be important. There's a big difference, a huge difference between a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead.
Shumpert against Thompson. To tie it up. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mozgov sets a screen for Irving. Here's James. Warriors with the rebound. And here is Green. Curry kicks to Green. Green, the screen. Barnes passes to Green. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 2. There's a minute 47 left in the game. An update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
Thompson dishes to Green. The game now all time. Green's got 9 points here in the second half.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the 4th quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock, but they can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
James kicks to Irving. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Back to James. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Timeout called the Warriors. trail by 2. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. .32 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Curry. Green, the screen. And Thompson kicks to Curry. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. LeBron passes to Irving. Back to LeBron. Baseline jumper, and the shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
To the inside, stolen by Thompson. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. James with another miss. But one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Green with a screen on Irving. Curry dishes to Green. Pass to Bogut. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
No, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
At the line for the Warriors, Andrew Bogut with 1.
Free throw good, Bogut.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
At the line for the Warriors,
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. pass to Iguodala. That's tipped and stolen by James. It's good.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. This team really looked good tonight. What was the key out there?
I mean, our penetration was unbelievable tonight. Everybody was penetrating the ball. We weren't settling for jump shots and contested jumpers. And as long as we keep moving the ball, we'll be fine.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He really came out of the gates with a nice rhythm, hitting his first 3 shots to get his team going.
A tremendous night of shooting the basketball for him tonight. He was nearly 60% from the field. Ernie, 60. That's Shaq-like numbers. Okay, that's Kenny Smith-like numbers. I'm telling you, this guy was outstanding. I love the way he shot it all over the place.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in the arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.